Alrighty guys, if you are here, then that means you've already watched part 1 of my series where you don't need to see the save data function. What I'm going to show you now is the display. So if we scroll down here, we now have dungeon view .live page show function. So that's just saying whenever this page, see, dungeon view is live, it's going to trigger this function. And it's an AJAX call. That's how I have it set up. So you'll need to set up a view. Let me open Eclipse real quick and I can maybe show you that. That's going to be a map.js function that's in your views, and mine is under dungeons. I'm going to explain all this well. And then type get. You need, this is crucial for whenever saving and viewing with this. I should have said this last time. You need to make sure that the method for your form is a get method, or else this will not work. Post, it doesn't play well with post. So you need to make sure it's a get data type JSON, because that's what we're saving to our couch being cloud.int. And so on success, it's going to run this function. I just have it say console log be where I live, and then the data, that can really be anything you want. It's just kind of letting me know that it's working. So first I'm going to show you this actually working. If I go into dungeon, view dungeons, on load it's going to do this, and you'll see WDF, which is what I saved in the last video. You open this up, it's going to have all the information here, right? So now you will need to edit this function that I'm showing you a little bit, because if I go in and do it again, it's going to stack them. So you need to make sure it doesn't do that. Sorry about that. Didn't mean to. No. Okay. There we go. So I don't know if that's a refresh thing or an empty. That's something where once I make it, I'll get back to you and I'll let you know. So we have right here $.each data.rows function index dungeon, and this is just I believe, if I'm thinking correctly, this is just assigning the stuff, right? This is going to be how it's displayed whenever it console logs right here. You're setting this item value right here. That's going to have all these things put into it, and so this is making what's going to be displayed. So you just have it console log dungeon.id, and 1 second, I'll be right back. That's my phone. Okay guys, so I'm back, and I believe I was talking about this setup right here. So this is just like what it's all going into the index dungeon, and right here I'm just making variables to make what's below a little bit easier to write out. So this is, dungeon name is going to be dungeon.value.dungeon name. So it's just grabbing the value for that. So now we come down here, and this is where it's actually appending it. And you'll see dungeon lists. If I go to my index, I actually have a div in there that's a collapsible set that has ID equals dungeon lists data dash inset equals true. And so this is actually making what you see here. You see it is inset, and it is a collapsible set. And as I add more, it will add more collapsibles. So what you'll see here is, you see first it says it has the div data-role collapsible, so you have to make each and every single thing a collapsible. Once again, inset true, and then data theme is just A, and content theme is just how it looks. So that's nothing new. Then you have you have your plus heading 3 plus dungeon name. You see now you're actually calling these variables up here that have this stuff in it to make it easier. So that's having it so that it says the name of the dungeon for this header right here, right? And then I have it go in, and I have a align center, a div that's aligning all this to the center right here, and the control group. Now this is for a separate little thingy, you'll see it in just a second. Data type horizontal data dash mini. This is making our button right here. So you have you know, you have the href, and that takes you to edit dungeon HTML. I'll go deeper into this for the edit and delete functions. But so you have all of this, and this is just, you know, dungeon.id. That's adding the ID of the dungeon into the URL right there. Then rel external, that's saying it's an external link. Data.hx, false. You guys should know this stuff. Data role button and inline, once again, you guys should know that stuff. And then just edit or remove dungeon. And then end div. And one second. I believe I accidentally forgot to close my paragraph. I'll change that in a minute. I think there should be a paragraph closer there or something, but it's not a huge deal. And then you close the div right there, and so that's going to be in the center. So whenever you look on here, you know, you have your button right there. Now go back in here, you then have another div that says align center, and in this div, these two right here, you have just paragraph items that has the stuff there, and you'll see, you know, strong is just meaning it's going to be a little bolded. You can see that to emphasize it. And then it just is putting in, you know, the different variables from up there. Okay, so you go through that stuff. There's some commented out here things here and there. And then trigger.create, pretty sure that's just making it. I don't think this is required. From the sound of it, it really isn't, but I'm going to leave it there just in case. And so that's your show thing, and then you just have an error function as well, and mine will say send a stars down if it doesn't work. So you know, you can see how that works. Once again, I hope this is helping out. I'm going to move on to the edit and delete functions now. Have a good one. Be back.